Well, hello everyone. My name is Adriana, and today my four teammates and I are excited to talk to you about something a little bit different from the previous two presentations. So our idea is for a cross-cultural community building platform, C3BP, which aims to improve overall integration of the elderly and international students in the mainstream communities through creating an accessible app and online platform. So I will be introducing the problem. I think you can see that now. So I will be introducing the problem and the objectives, and then my teammates will take over and guide you through the platform features and the business model canvas. And then after that, we will have the Q&A. So the main social problem that we wanted to focus on in our group is social isolation. So this issue is currently prominent not only in countries with aging populations such as Japan, but also in other developed countries. So there was an epidemic of loneliness in the US that people are talking about recently. And so for our platform, we decided to focus a little bit more on loneliness among the elderly, so ages 65 and above, and the international students, specifically in Japan. So according to a survey from 2022, at least 40% of Japanese express that they feel loneliness at least sometimes. And a deeper look at the data from 2023 for the elderly population shows that around 47% have less than few friends, while out of those who live alone, almost 61% don't talk to people every day. Some elderly women are even resorting to crimes so they can be taken to prison, where they would have more social support. Among international students, on the other hand, even those who express identification with their international or national group say that they feel increasingly homesick and lonely during their stay in Japan, which kind of accounts for lesser integration into the society. So our idea is to address the following issues. For international students, we want to help with cultural adjustment and integration and expand their limited social networks. For the elderly, we would like to help them combat chronic loneliness and increase their limited social interactions. And for both groups, we want to contribute to the betterment of mental health and foster better and easier access to the community. So our main objective is to achieve a more integrated community. So we want our platform to contribute to creating connections across communities, generations, and cultures, thus increasing access and expanding social networks for all. But especially in the beginning of our platform, the vulnerable groups such as the elderly and international students. So we are aiming to encourage access, mutual learning, and appreciation in several ways. We would have workshops where people could share skills and exchange knowledge, such as language exchange workshops or digital literacy workshops, or gatherings, which could be social events with speakers or more casual fun events. And then storytelling, where each person could share their story with their peer or in larger groups, thus expanding everyone's cultural horizons. And then finally, through engagement, where both international students and elderly will be interacting with their communities a little bit more, and thus building connections both virtual throughout our platform and in person through events. So I will now finish the introduction part by telling you about our vision for the future. So we want to create a globally connected campus where we won't just focus on the connection between international students and the elderly, but we would like to engage the wider student body with all the communities around the university, urban and rural, through community service, volunteering opportunities, or similar things like that. And this could be of value not just to international, but all students, since it could be a way to build up resumes. And we are also imagining empowered relationships where people who live in the same communities are not just strangers to each other, but are actually building lifelong bonds and fostering a sense of belonging and inclusion for everyone. And this will then build some sort of a community resilience and mutual understanding and respect, which is something we think a smart, inclusive society should do. And finally, our platform is an innovative way to foster inclusivity. It would allow for a more technological solution for loneliness by connecting diverse groups and allowing those who have been pushed to the margins of the society to kind of reconnect with the mainstream society through building skills, for example, digital literacy, and also simply just getting to know new people. And now my teammates will take over.
My name is Anne Sawada. I'm first year master's student at Tsukuba University, specializing in school education. I will introduce a platform concepts and features. This platform has three main features. First, it requires identity verification. To create a safe and trustworthy community, all users must provide their identity. This includes student ID to confirm university affiliation, and university approval, to ensure participation, and government-issued ID to prevent fake accounts. This strict verification processes guarantees a fair and reliable community for users. Second, it's virtual and physical meetup. Our platform connects students across cultures and disciplines by enabling them to create and join events. Also, this feature expands both vertical and horizontal networks, helping students connect beyond usual circle. Last one is storytelling with seniors. This feature bridges generation through stories and is conducted online for senior health safety. In today's society, the elderly population is increasing, and senior homes are growing every year. Most senior homes hold monthly recreation activities, making this initiative beneficial for both students and seniors. This platform can help preserve culture and promote meaningful social engagement.
I'm going to introduce our app user interface and AI assistant. We have AI assistant that can translate quickly and has matching system. First is translation. For example, when you receive an invitation to an event written in English or Japanese, you can translate it within this app. Translation system make it easy for everyone to access every event. In terms of matching system, AI gives higher priority to recommended events and people based on profile and major data, expanding yourself by interacting with people who have the same thing you want to do and culture that interest each other. This is the home button to view your profile and status. Please, next slide. We are looking to create gamification and reward feature that motivate customer to keep using our app for creating and participating in events. You can see this name and the main interests, participation, and status number, recommended connection events. So it is a profile. And next, besides three courses, event is student gathering that facilitated cross-cultural exchange within university. Uh, for example, international students might find it easier to participate in club activity because users can get club information here. And in the future, we would like to enable not only clubs but also individuals to create events. Back to slide. So official or workshop. Workshop is storytelling and language workshop with senior. The goals are to learn about disappearing culture, alleviate the loneliness of international students and senior, and promote cross-cultural exchange across generation. And official is events held by university or companies.
I will introduce the key features of an inclusive smart society approach and how a platform contributes to it. By focusing on accessibility, equity, and innovation, we can create a society where technology bridges gaps. To ensure full participation in a smart society, accessibility is essential. Our approach includes the following features: multilingual support and AI translation which break language barriers and enable seamless cross-cultural communication. Assistive technologies such as speech-to-text, tactile navigation, and audio support, they can enhance accessibility for individuals with disabilities. User-friendly interface designed for all age groups, including older adults and those with limited digital literacy, which can ensure ease of use for everyone. Second, equity for ensuring fair and secure participation. A truly inclusive society must provide equal opportunities for connection and interaction. Our platform promotes the following systems. Cross-cultural and intergenerational matching helps individuals from different backgrounds build meaningful connections and combat social isolation. Verified identity and robust security measures ensure safety and trust in interactions. Third, innovation for smart engagement solutions. Technology should enhance human interaction. Our platform integrates the following features. AI-powered matching, which uses AI to suggest connections based on shared interest, cultural backgrounds, and communication styles. Hybrid model combines online interaction with offline exchange events to strengthen real-world relationships. Gamification and interactive activities, encouraging active participation and long-term engagement through immersive digital experiences. By integrating accessibility, equity, and innovation, our platform paves the way for connected and inclusive smart society. We leverage technology to bring people together and aim to make the society that no one is left behind. Next slide, please.
Okay, so our C3BP business model canvas somehow summarized this project in one slide. And our key partners would be mainly the universities and students' clubs and association, and also elderly care centers and retirement homes. And for cultural preservation grant, we would need collaboration with government and also tech partners for like developers or payment gateway providers. And the key activities we would need to do is app development and maintenance, student partnership and engagement, meeting facilitation, marketing and outreach, and also privacy and security compliance. And the key resources we would need is web and mobile platform, student and event databases, and elderly participants network, also moderation and tech support, and AI matching system. The value proposition for students would be easy access to clubs, cultural exchange, and also it would be an opportunity for resume building, and it can improve the mental well-being. For elderly, it can be help for English practice because we have seen some news that some elderly people have shown interest to learn English, and also storytelling process that is cultural exchange, and also it will help to improve the mental well-being of elderly as well. And the value for universities and organization would be centralizing the student engagement and international activity support. Our customer relationships would be through personalized recommendations and chatbot, and also human support, of course. And we will use gamification and rewards as well. The channels to reach our customers would be the mobile and web app and university partnership, elderly care and language program collaboration, and of course, word of mouth referrals. And the customer segments would be university students that are seeking for activities or volunteering job, and elderly homes interested in English and cultural exchange, and universities and student organizations that are looking for promoting their events. Our main cost structures would be related to app development and maintenance, server and database costs, and marketing and outreach, content moderation and customer support, partnership and onboarding programs, and of course, legal consultation for data privacy and security, since we're asking for student ID verification. House. And our revenue stream would be from university and student club membership, and donations and grant from cultural organization and corporate sponsorship and ads. And as future opportunity, we can consider in-app purchases like selling books or related stuff, and also subscription fees for premium features. So I think that's all from our group for today's presentation. If you have any comments or questions, we would be happy to receive.
Very nice presentation. You focus a lot on the benefits, but I'm already at that age. I'm mid-60s, and people my age are very reluctant to start something new. Sometimes I'm very reluctant to move into technologies, tablets and things like that. Have you tried to assess, meet with elderly people to see the viability of your project?
So what we were considering is to not directly contact to each elderly person, and we were considering to be connected to the elderly house. So the elderly house would be in charge of the managing or like connecting the online meeting for elderly people, and to like somehow helping for facilitating the meeting. And we were considering online people because, of course, for elderly house, it's very important to keep safe and clean environment. And if students get normal virus, they can easily transfer to elderly, and it's sensitive for them. So we were considering to focus on online meeting. But as you mentioned that we talked about the good points, one challenge that I can tell you about is to make elderly people to be eager to talk to foreigners and international people, especially in Japan. It's a little bit hard to connect older generation. So to improve that system, we were thinking of each student that would like to participate in this activity can send a very short video of introduction of herself or himself and tell their own stories and say, hi, I would like to communicate with you, and this is my background. I'm from this kind of area, and it can show somehow interest. And after elderly people watching different profile, maybe they can choose the person that they would feel interest and easier to communicate.
My question was a little bit different. Did you assess whether there was a market? Did you try to assess whether you're dealing with thousands or hundreds or tens or whatever?
Yeah, regarding the elderly house, unfortunately, we didn't contact them to see how would be the exact market for elderly house. But we had some published news that there are some elderly people in Japan that have expressed their interest to learn English, and they have reached to, they have contacted to English language and English Institute for learning English. So we were targeting specifically that kind of population. But I think it's not that much big population. But I guess by increasing the activities, more elderly house would feel interest to join.
Thank you for your answer.
Thank you.
For your interesting presentations. I have a question about the number of the platforms. So you propose the platform of the encouraging the people to communicate more, but there are many kinds of the different people in our community. So do we need to separate the platforms for elder people or international students, or do you want to make one inclusive platform for all minor people? Which do you prefer?
Thank you for your question. We prefer to make one platform.
One only
Only
large.
large platform. We focus on like inclusive platforms, so we want to make like only one, like large platform. we think.
I can also add to that if, um,
The
yeah,
AI
so we were thinking about, we envisioned this platform as platform where international students would leave their profiles. So they would create their profiles, they would have certain interests, certain maybe even audio or video kind of introductions where they could be basically shown to the elderly people. The elderly people would not have their profiles on this platform. So we would be contacting the elderly homes who could then kind of show these candidates who could be paired up with specific elderly people. So we were thinking of a platform that would mostly include international students, but would be used to connect with the elderly homes. So that's the first step of this platform, kind of what we envisioned. Of course, we would like to expand that in the future.
And to complete Andriana and my other teammates, as Rico mentioned in the featured part, this app would have an AI assistant. So based on the profile of each person and the field of interest, the AI can recommend you the type of event or the type of social gathering or the type of activity based on your interest. So of course, there are so many clubs, so many associations, and so many different activities in this app. But since it's hard to find among all of them, the AI would recommend you based on your personal interest and profile.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This is a very important problem in Japan, especially as people get older and are living longer, and one of the spouses leave and they become alone. So it's a very important problem. And Dan, Professor Friedel had mentioned how are you going to convince the elderly people from joining, but also I was wondering, you're focused on international students coming in and building these connections. But most international students stay 1 year. Well, some may stay 4 years or 3 year doctorate program, but there'll be a constantly evolving, rotating number of people from the international students. Will you be able to maintain recruiting new students every year to do this, and how do you envision this?
So I think as long as the universities have students, this project can be sustainable because like every year, new student, of course, some student will graduate, but new student will join. And for the initial plan, it's not to ask the payment from the students. So we will contract with the universities rather than the students. So the initial normal account would be free for students. But if they want them to join the premium features, then the student will have extra payment. So yeah, I think as long as the student join universities, this project can be sustainable.
And have you talked to have you discussed this project with university officials?
Not with university officials, but we have asked opinion of some international student and also Japanese student because we already have so many events and so many activities. But the thing is that no one knows like where are they announced, and mostly students are not aware of that. And so announcement is a little bit weak, and it's not organized to reach to this kind of event. So this app can help that part. I think there are so many students that would like to join these activities, but they are not aware of that.
So so your group will maintain this even after you graduate. The initial students will be involved in maintaining this as other students rotate out and graduate.
Since the registration to the application is based on student ID, I think it would be usable till they are a student.
So
But
then every year you have to have somebody else in charge of this community?
pardon me?
So every year you'll have somebody else in charge of this community?
So our university, or I think any university, has different clubs and associations, and each club and association has some manager or leader. So we will reach out to that leader and manager for their data set of their members and information.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Group 3.